Hello, beloved virtual world. How you doing? And what are you doing on the internet? Go smell a flower or chase a butterfly. I'm just kidding. And not at the same time. So, a theme of the day since I woke up and I've been hearing from multiple sources and echoes is this feeling of uncertainty. I don't really watch the news and I'm not really involved in that at all. And I'm okay with many beings disagreeing with how I operate. That's totally cool. We can agree to disagree so we can all be free. But I have heard that there's some dilemma or something happening and there's this, not knowing. So along my little journey, my external reality collapsed many times, almost like layers of an onion. Every time I thought I had a grip of reality, it kind of, that music was loud. That layer of reality would tear apart from me no matter how hard I tried to struggle to organize it and to clarify and to control it. And it would just rip away, and the pace of that it was ripping away, this certainty and clarity, it exceeded, it became faster and faster. And I felt like it was pure hell. And I also had this little voice within me saying, what if this was a gift? What if this was a gift? And just playing with that imaginary thought allowed in thoughts and things I can actually do in the present moment to turn it into a gift. And it was almost scary how I found myself tapping into different timelines. Parallel timelines are just different ways of perceiving the now moment, different ways of reacting to the now moment. So this whole feeling of uncertainty, I almost feel like humanity already knows that it's one big joke, because deep down inside we know that these external layers of reality are crashing faster and faster at the speed of light. And deep inside we know that this is actually the greatest gift that we'll ever receive as a collective. And so our mind can't really comprehend this, because the eternal nature of life and the way we're built is way more rich and deep and beautiful than our mind can comprehend. So there are ways to move through these energies of uncertainty without needing to dialogue about them or figure out who's right and who's wrong and talk about how horrible it is. That kind of keeps us looping in realities that are kind of not fun to play. And you're giving your life force away with your sacred attention to games that you actually never awareingly said yes to. So the art of game playing, it's that moment when another person says yes, and the moment that person gives your attention. You can't play a chess game alone. You can't play Othello alone. You can't play chase and hide and seek alone. We need players. So there are many games out there, and no game wants to die, and every game wants players, because that's the nature of a game. And to take this a little more easily is to realize that it is all a fucking game. And if that is triggering to you, then just check in with yourself and see if there could be an addiction to a game. Because it's almost like, you get so involved in a game that you believe it's real, because it gives you this adrenaline rush of struggling and suffering and addiction to what part you play and what role you play and what that looks like. If it's hard for you to hear, what if this is all a game, like everything, then I invite you to just check in with what game are you holding on to that you believe is so real. Because there's a way to create with game playing, with being aware that everything is a game, that comes from a sovereign place of unconditional love and of artfulness, and a way that can help humanity's expansion. So enough with the rambling. I'm going to share a little technique that I use to not face challenge with my mental mind. It's almost like this body, the way I see it, is a spaceship. It's like our VCR, and we can implant any video game we want into it. And that doesn't only have to be through words, it can also be through our internal vibration, our breath, our sound making. So these little things I call the real VRs. I call them, well, that's the description of them, but they are inner sights, the ability to detach from the external reality and explore our internal alchemical innate abilities to move through this thing we call reality. And so let's take in the feeling of uncertainty, right, into our body, and just play with it and allow it to be and move it. Now, I used to do this a lot in the dark in parks, and reality shifted really, really, really dramatically for me. And we all have these internal abilities to play with our internal world, to move with our internal world, to shift how we're responding to the energies that are moving in our body. We know this as children, and we know this as adults. It's just a matter of remembering. So this little exercise is about embracing the feelings of uncertainty from our toes to our nose, and just playfully, elegantly moving with it like it's a beloved dance partner. So here we go. Also, words can only go so far. Words are just, the language is pretty much 1990, and we have ways to communicate with our motions, our physical motions, and our sounds, and our telepathic, energetic messages. So think of this, if you join me or if you do this alone, as a prayer you're sending out to the whole collective, and as a little offering, as a little light code that you're gifting the planet. So here I go. I will demonstrate. You can place something while blindfolding your eyes, so you'll know that you're not going to bump into anything. And just scan your body from your feet to your nose. Start with the feet. What does uncertainty feel like in your feet? Allow your feet to, we used to do this in acting school, just scanning the body and using every body part individually. What does uncertainty feel like in your feet? And allow it to be expressed in your feet. Ooh. Notice how it could even feel good, the uncertainty in your feet, the playfulness of it. And then go up to your knees. What does uncertainty feel like in your knees? Whoa. And in your butt. Ooh. And then your belly. Oh, uncertainty. Oh no. Your chest. Uncertainty in your chest. Now, the reason the blindfolds are so amazing, if you close your eyes and dance, you'll forget about what it looks like as a dance, and you'll be able to focus more on feeling. More of your attention will be diverted inward, and you'll be able to explore the realms of pure possibility. And what does uncertainty feel like in your elbows? And you can invite in sounds, uncertain sounds. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And your shoulders. What does uncertainty feel like in the shoulders? Oh, oh. And your hands. What does uncertainty feel like in your hands? Ooh, ooh. And your face. What does uncertainty feel like in your face, even in your facial expression? Awesome, and let your whole body just swim in uncertainty. It's the most playful, fun ocean ever. Enjoy what uncertainty means in your body. And notice how good it actually feels to face an emotion that we're resisting, or a word that we're resisting in the body. Whew. Anyway, that's super fun. Yeah, so just inviting you to tap into that innocence, into that inner child that knows how to play with what's coming up, that remembers its sovereign nature to create and play and imagine. These aren't things that are just there. These are our internal technologies, and to play with it isn't bypassing it. It's actually taking ownership of our personal sovereign reality. And when we do that through ease, grace, and joy, it is the greatest offering for all of humanity. It's okay to let go of our addictions to how we see reality. It's okay to not yes and a reality that doesn't vibrate and fuel us with life. Life feels light. Light feels graceful. Life feels easeful. That's how we're all here. It's because of fucking love and imagination and play. I mean, that's just my personal reality. You can join if you want. You don't have to, though. That's the beauty of this life, this realm of pure possibility. So yeah, that was a little taste of things that I love to do. If you're interested, I highly recommend moving with blindfolds once a day. I just started doing that again, and it just shifts my whole day. It calms my mind. And if you're interested in purchasing inner sights, they're rainbow blindfolds because it symbolizes that we could clearly see when we detach from these cameras, these projectors that we're so addicted to, tap into our deeper layers of who it is we really are. And yeah, I decorate each one differently. I can decorate one especially for you. And also, if you're interested in joining the online... Hi, Matthias! If you're interested in joining in on 0 Point Play group, where I'll be sharing weekly classes, weekly games, and we'll be supporting each other as a community to see how that integration of those games are going, how your personal journey is unfolding, then comment below or message me. Yeah, be you, because that's totally cool. And if you'd like private sessions, I'm also here to help you, to assist with the rebirth of your divine, authentic innocence and that inner child that has the power to create worlds. Literally. Much love. Thank you for gifting your divine sacred attention to whoever watched, and I hope it served your heart and being in some way. Much love.